Pramo aso abusan frame mu nyina aha omayimu ene amagroso nsam ayensa kan ya boaboa no eno na edru so ayede ebramo efri abeka junction ewo enkrakopon mu na this way chocolate drink oso de ohia ene enso special ice ene nso yensuo mu ode ene mu ayakojin ena fe special drinks ene nso mu guahodo do pe bia no wobenya bi ede amao sa enyumakuo ene aboafo enkaye ena aka bom aso asene id awie from to beka sebo no Bremo Sanso and a DSTV channel 360 Casebono, ye try a good sword, the bedi emu akutini be any. Alright, John Jinapo Akasaki can be at your World Bank director, Sani di mother. So Akasa at the Afa Ojanho, din Asuano, a home a care dahwa. Ya one share and one more a year, Kanima Panura, John Dramani Mahama womb, no afa hon so bo amon no Kasanso, I won't shank come cray, no for one than Sidi in Asu MPA. Sanso and wode atu edwase wo man Ghana ene aman hodo so ya hye so no wo se etumi ehwego yema bambo eba e wa bra manso na afren so watimi ni waka biada enkwaji edwa wo ho no se yakọ bono mantamu so yenya ntie se galamsefo ne se de wonum abo ewra Empamaso Forest Reserve ni mu asese de honom ena wonum ekotu efom agudie abusafo wei ene ensembia ebi eka ho na editie na edihwe ene asone so kojia yede ebramo ewo UTV so ewo enkran Abeka Junction Midday ede afia ede twumwa mrosa me ene awie from Tobeka Sebono Midday ebramo afei emu ensem ankasa enie Yenyan ntiese edom kuma ewo mrahye bedwafe me kire minority members amu appointment committee mu we mahye bedwafe mu no yade a wonum akasa masese wonum edit udwa say eye justice Gertrude Araba Saki yade a sese wo mapene so ese wonye new chief justice enam so ama omodo omo stampo team ni so.
The nominee for post of chief justice of the Republic of Ghana
For year to Akasia Bono so ranking member Emma Mines and Energy Committee of Parliament Ora John Abdullah Jinapo Akasa amemo no wade ato World Bank director nim se ni de mada se ba basa wo kasa e de afa ojanhodin asoe no ho e ka eda ho a ya won hwe eno amo kan mampani Ora John Dramani Mahamadi ewo mu na so bebo ni din so a momodin ase obeka no kro benya facts no ni evidence ni nyina ansana akasa edin abata eka edaho no ehu
been drawn to a video recording of the World Bank country director Mr. Laporte, which has been given extensive twist by some pro-MPP media houses seeking to blame President Mahama for the current economic mess that the country finds itself. We wish to say that President Mahama is not the cause of the current economic mess. We are in this mess because of reckless borrowing and wrongful management of the economy by the Akufo-Addo Bawumia-led government. On the issue of take or pay, Mr. Laporte may wish to provide us with evidence of our peers in terms of countries within Sub-Saharan Africa that always succeeds in bringing in investors who are willing to spend over $300 to $600 million for projects in times of emergency without demanding any form of supply guarantee. Just to educate Mr. Laporte, energy sector projects are capital intensive. They have a long gestation period. The contracts are always of long duration, and more importantly, they are market restricted, which means that you can't just bring a power plant here and then sell it to anybody. You ought to have an off-taker, and most financial institutions would demand some form of guarantee. We also wish to state in unequivocal terms that the claim by Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and some section of the Ghanaian media that Ghana's energy or electricity tariffs are the highest is completely false. Indeed, a comprehensive study, and we shall provide that document for you, published by the African Development Bank, titled Comparative Analysis of Electricity Tariffs in ECOWAS member countries, will confirm that Ghana's electricity tariffs, both generation and end-user tariffs, are one of the lowest. Indeed, Ghana's end-user tariff is lower than that of La Côte d'Ivoire. From the information provided, we still want to stand by our conviction that the 17 billion cedis put out by the Vice President as payments for excess capacity can only be a figment of his own imagination. That is not true. That cannot stand the test of time. President Mahama's record in the energy sector is unmatched. President Mahama, before leaving office, ensured that we had a comprehensive foothold, i.e., on the generation, on fuel, and on the financial sector. We finally wish to advise the World Bank Country Director, Mr. Laporte, to continue to work as a technocrat and not meddle himself in the field of politics. Mr. Laporte, you are not a politician. And when you are making such unsubstantiated comments, you must bear in mind that it has far-reaching ramifications on this country. The minority will continue to hold its chest high, will continue to defend the track record of President Mahama and the NDC administration, because our record is unmatched, is unparalleled, and that is nothing but the truth. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, Empamiso Forest Reserve, no, the macro pomo, Brumante Moon say the illegal chainsaw operators 1 year or can't walk one tam. Doma, if you dear BDS won't call what rain, no TSC quite bring to a good mono. Say, quiet no what the macro pomo, a honum, and what see when near a seer. And Ria quote you call Brambaye and a one esum a goofom. National Messenia could draw a boon and a goofom no. I said, Wamu ewo to me be a swan and no how much it's answered. So more year Juma na uko chincha man and sha one ebedu bone.
Phobi a group, no crocodile, a fat chainsaw, a cotton palms of forest reserve. For past 4 years in Juma within Ohano, Ocho police station, Omutimico police station, Wokuji, and Crofona Yacho, chainsaw for Nacho, you free police station over Doma, or Brad Bianca Washing Bia, and pay your Ohana and Crofo Cash or Makochi, and Crofom, you know, Nipa good forest in Momopai, and any packetwa, no Munya Nipam Yunuchi, Omgusuches, Omudi Churches, man, or Modomako, Doma forestry, and now forestry reforms with Domako police station. And the air cost on the same pains, one man can't one palm so forest reserve, or Domahin cry. Mrantiano said forest in Oka. Your chincrophone be a domco court, your crocromania jaumo, yen Jerubia, yan country in Trubia. And the air cost on the say, I'm here paying function can once a man, a bit harding.
Ya ye bia and to mean sano, police for cries romo, and yes, ramping for so more henomon can once a mile, and yes, almost safe for us, Nina. Yan call I quite Macrano Macusiomo. Machines in normal to Mrs. Machine and Uncle and to me, Coyage Mamway. Omen your permission over Bia. A chainsaw operators, Omocratio, full arms. And ya forest no cry, dear na bind their my say, Yenny, yes, so manocra, yes, true. And a forest trainer would doma, this is forest crown, almost slow. T.S. Omo here, no one to delegate, no one rad pamenso, doma and him crew, no more head the Kosovo assassin so.
Emra this year, a cow woman sem effa, quiet as a siadia or more as send a cry, doma, men's in the honomono. You even some chair for a tuyensa a frere, Ura Augustine Kofi Jedu, or no and a yabono regional manager, Edema Forestry Commission of Ghana.
Come so forest reserve, or the man who district. For Doma, it will between the man who go township and Kanquanta, until a quiet and Pamela Mcheso, a quiet and swar, a super, if you know. But yeah, make a training, and of course, chainsaw operators, I acquire Nabos, and no more pencil. Even last year, August, and say you see security post be. If I hear see that yes, here we are ever commission. Enti me want to kakra bi na buy. Nkofo no who say the masuya for no kwatena ho a bear to their detriment or disadvantage. Enti before kakra bi ba nkofo no kwhye, chase of on nyina kwhye. That security post no. Ema ade a yes here we are ever commission man so you tabetem no. Ahye ni nyina be me na ye nchi obia. Nti ba sa no suya for no ntima kwatena ho. Ena suya for ntia we draw mu nyina job koba. Enti no credit forest ni da ho a ye na catch for na ye bo ho ban. Your rapid response team I train you, but I'm not just one team. Quite so far. Quite a is about 322.5 cc per kilometers. As so far, if you offer Hannah with how far will suffer. And then no more, yeah, I think that they are. More, yeah, you ever see the intensify patrols, yeah, call rounds. So, but the first you want the man who move kakra. First, need that they about who move when our phone can contact. Because they are closer to the forest, you know, we are no more forest. And Obanso, they are armed to the teeth. Let's see, for ya, offer you only two. Apart from our first phone team, make us a more mutual. Eti, no more a pencil, but it's easier for us. The Namia Mwai, Naya, by a mom, I'm a soldier for now, my back, and the police for me, Boyana. In fact, a corner annoying.
World Bank or more a penny hour or memu akasa a day at Tujase. One but was so edisika semu a more atai or may upmodin as soon as you said a bear. One ever to me or some pay mudo a wapmodimu amagana for.
Afibia mu na so ye atenaye na ku ahodo apomde ho nsem de o makoma so o magane mu die hia to adwen akona sa hodo befa so apomde ho nsem befa no ntoma pa edi efira afi so die no mpinfo de hihye so e wo magana emu ehemu na se ye no enu opanyina wo si World Bank na mu e wo magana emu Pierre Laporte e kasa de atuja se World Bank aye krado so bebo o magana kona sa hodo nyina so na apomde ho nsem no atumi afa no ntoma pa edi efira.
Ghana has made notable progress in building human capital, but segments of the population are still being left behind. Service delivery gaps in rural areas are further worsening migration stress in urban centers. Additionally, inequality in access to basic services among marginalized groups and across regions of the country has impacted economic opportunities. Unfortunately, this includes people with disabilities and those who suffer from mental health concerns that need to be addressed. All the above would require innovative and sustainable financing of primary healthcare system. And meanwhile, the challenges of the health sector are multidimensional and require effective collaboration with key stakeholders, particularly the community. The World Bank, we feel, we've been a great friend to the health sector in Ghana, providing the required technical assistance as well as financial support to accompany the implementation of flagship policies in the health sector. Our great partnership ensured that the needed resources were available for the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic and on time, and helped strengthen national systems for public health preparedness in Ghana.
Na enu achi no so afọ da pomodin aso ye no ano urumanyanfo kwaku agimamanu enso kasaye di tudwa se aban aye krado so woni hyehyɛ dodo na begu apono so na aba pomodin ho nsɛm kae o maga ne mu a ebia duro bibia aboboa ano.
I wish to reiterate that the government of Ghana is committed to achieving universal health coverage and increasing access to essential health services by 2020 and beyond. We believe that this commitment can be achieved through strategic investments in primary health care.
For year to akase bono eso omeyi temua for penny chief justice ayenya no eyade a se se dom kuma e wo mrahye bedwafie wono makasa gato dwa se no wono epene so ma me yagiri ntum prekope ai nam so amomde ho nsam aba na no eye boku central mrahye bedwani ani di edi onunyafo mahama yarega wono ena gina edom kuma fo ni nyina anamu ene nsam twofo kasa yo de sansemi etudwa.
The nominee for post of Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, Her Ladyship Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Tokono, told the world that she is a textualist in her preferred approach to interpreting the Constitution of Ghana 1992. What was the text in dispute in the case of Michael Ankoma Nimfa versus James Jachi Kwesen and others? This is the famous James Kwesen case. The text in dispute is Article 94, Clause 2A of the 1992 Constitution, and it reads, "A person shall not be qualified to be a member of Parliament if he owes allegiance to a country other than Ghana," unquote. The facts of the case, not disputed at any time, are that Kwesen, at the time of being sworn in to become a member of Parliament, had successfully renounced all allegiances to any other country, and his allegiance was to only the Republic of Ghana. Fidelity to the text of the Constitution of Ghana would have dictated that the controlling provisions in the resolution of the dispute are the words "qualified to be a member of Parliament," quote and unquote. Disappointingly, a professed textualist like our CJ nominee abandoned the text and chose to read into the text of the Constitution a replacement text, quote, "qualified to file nomination papers to contest for election as a member of Parliament." She read this into the Constitution, whilst the Constitution was dealing with qualified to be a member of Parliament. But what she was busy doing in the reasoning is to read the Constitution as saying qualified to file nomination papers to contest for election as a member of Parliament. This is exactly why the NDC minority members of Parliament on the Appointments Committee wanted to wait for the reasoning to see if the Chief Justice nominee, Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Tokono, would be true to her publicly professed textualist approach to constitutional interpretation. We, the members of the Appointments Committee representing the National Democratic Congress, NDC, will not withhold our approval of the Chief Justice nominee by consensus. We will not withhold our approval of her by consensus.
Commissioner Eshe Emma Ghana yane amanfoforo ahye so no asumdue ene bambo etumi eba ho no wonom coordinator eye Major General Emmanuel Kotia opanyikese akasa amemu no de atodwa se o man Ghana o man bia ene ne bohye no o man adwumadi ye o hopa ma se asumdue de agye adwapa eteso bambo nso ade a ekoso ye pa e honom na o mo friends am trofo nhyiamu na onunyafo Kotia kasa ya o de sansem wetu dwa na oto aso eda na di se enhyehye ne adwumaden a o matumi aye no ni nyina mu no kire bi mu e kire nsam trofo.
We've had a multi-agency mapping and operational exercises along the Ghana Burkina Faso border. We've done it on a number of occasions, but let me rightly say that because of the situation in Burkina Faso, we've not had the full collaboration or cooperation from Burkina Faso in conducting joint reaffirmation. So we've not been able to do any joint reaffirmation, but then we've had a discussion with them and we are going to look at joint reaffirmation very soon. We've had a joint land boundary consultative meeting with Burkina Faso, and we've had a technical meeting with them. The consultative meeting was held in Paga in 2021, and just this year, in March, we had a meeting in Ouagadougou with our counterparts in Burkina Faso. During those meetings, it was agreed that we should start reaffirming our land boundary as soon as possible. So once that has been secured from the Burkina government, we should be able to start work on this as soon as possible. We conducted a number of mapping and multi-agency assessments, mapping exercises along some selected areas on the Ghana-Cote d'Ivoire border, and specifically I'll mention dollar power. Dollar Power was one of the first engagements that we had on the land boundary with Burkina of Cote d'Ivoire, just because there was an incident that came up there. And then in subsequent visit, we've done with other agencies. We've gone there with the security agencies, including Ghana Immigration Service, the Ghana Armed Forces, and what have you. We've also gone there with the Forestry Commission because it has implications for forest. The boundary has implications for the forest reserve in Dollar Power. We've also had the Minerals Commission also going over, and the Ghana Geological Survey Authority going over us for joint assessment in that area, because both Geological Service and the Minerals Commission activities, there are a lot of activities that are ongoing, and that is affecting our land boundary. Currently, what we are doing in Cote d'Ivoire is to proceed on the implementation of the ITLOS ruling. And we've had fruitful discussions with the National Boundary Commission of Cote d'Ivoire on how to proceed on this. The two commissions have been discussing details, and this month, the two commissions are even going to meet at the terminating point to discuss further on how to implement this. On our own, for the very first time since the ruling, the Ghana Boundary Commission, in conjunction with the Ghana Navy, has gone on a maritime inspection along the maritime boundary that was declared by the ITLOS. And I want to say that all is going on well. There have not been any violations so far as the international maritime boundary is concerned. We are having partnership with various groupings nationally. There are so many institutions in the country that we collaborate with. I mentioned Forestry Commission, Minerals Commission, the Ghana National Procurement, Ghana Geological Service, Ghana Immigration Service, the National Intelligence Bureau. Indeed, the National Intelligence Bureau has a seconded staff, and the Ghana Immigration Service have seconded staffs in the Ghana Boundary Commission, which is very important for our operations.
African Union ebibiman kabomkuo de atu edwase afibia jude toso enso da ponda washeda atu asiwo se sa da ponda ne eduru honuma yemfa ensiwo na afi yemo dewro emfa enema kodo ne nsam ne yakodo a eta akoso ewa bibiman yahia no mekire boda honom sa da ponda kro ya nso no wasai ade ye nkyerɛkyerɛ education sronko de ma ebibiman adehye efa eye boda ensam akodo eho na no na Ghana hase no waswafo hwansase ene emu ne paso no nyamfo Benito Wusubio akasade ato Ghana fo nyinanim se wose yehu se ye boda hodo no ehu hiama ye yie pa no nti yenye fam de emfampri empuntuo adwumaden ene bambo honom.
Today's briefing is a special one, as it also seeks to officially outdoor to the public the Ghana Boundary Commission and the work it has been doing to effectively manage Ghana's international land and maritime boundaries as stipulated in Act 795 of 2010. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, the Commission has been very active over the past 3 years. Under the able leadership of the National Coordinator and my very good friend, Major General Emmanuel Kotia, the Commission has been parading the length and breadth of Ghana's boundaries, ensuring that various mishaps along the country's international boundaries are attended to. I know some of you have been very privy to the works of the Commission on the ground, reporting live the activities of the Commission. You have all been invited to help promote the Commission. As a relatively new institution, most Ghanaians do not know of the existence of the Commission. Those who do not know the exact mandate of the Commission and how different the Commission is from other border management institutions.
Kokroko Charity Foundation awomo dwemtene na ponde kofa by Chairman General Kwame Sefakan enya ntie se wonom any HPI Givac Ghana Limited akambuma wonom edi incubator akwa Lekman Hospital ewo Greater Accra Mantemu eso omo fanya adwuma se be na se wakoda bi na ne bre enso ya wo betumi age akoda no enkwa ewo sa incubator no emu
sisi yewo incubators mako 10 emu mienu HVAC Ghana Limited ana adonate amayen ye de bako aba Lekma Government Hospital baako a ɛka ho a ɔmo de ama yɛn no yɛde bɛkɔ Discof Hospital, government hospital, and also a Western region. Ya start ya aseɛ yɛhwɛ anim sɛ your chairman and founder the birthday 20th of June yɛbɛyɛ a series of donations sɛnea yɛyɛ no last year no. In fact yɛkɔ Northern region yɛyɛ bi wɔ Greater Accra na yɛyɛ Tema saa pɛpɛpɛ ɛna yɛbɛyɛ no this year. Enti monhwɛ anim saa bere a yɛ start ɛma donations no ɛbɛtoa so make us say yɛwɔ 10 a yɛ baba bɛkyɛ yɛnim sɛ hospitals no dɔɔso but nkakra yɛboaboa yɛn ho obiara nyame ato ne nsɛm no ɔmɛyɛ adom na botae yɛde asi yɛni so no yɛn nyinaa yɛ make sure sɛ aba awie pa
incubator no yɛde nkwala yawo ɔmo prematurely yawo ɔmo before 37 weeks ɔmo na yɛde ɔmo tum because ɔmo ntimi ɛnhyɛ ɔmo temperature so ɛyie nti yɛde ɔmo tum a na regulate temperature no na aboa ɔmo na ɛma outcome de yɛ better because ɔmo timi nyini ɛboro neonatal period nim nti yɛade ɛho hia pa ɛboa ma yɛ neonatal mortality kɔfom nti saa machine yɛ ɔmo de abɛ de ɛbɛboa ama yɛahwɛ preterms ni yie na ɔmo enwu nti sɛ deɛ Oliver Twist yɛ nim no unya ade na sɛ ɛho hia na sɛ ɛbɛboa utimi saa busa for more nti ewie deɛ mestre sɛ mubenya bi kura ka ho a yɛbɛgye ne adam ase
nti ende dwumedi a yɛhyia wa he yɛbɛhwɛ the incubators na was be wakada was baba no was aba onsi wara ofimbre no ebia nyame yɛ adoma end of the year and now going forward bring this next year no so as part of the commission's monitoring programs no yɛbaba hospital ha or Lekma hospital ha na yakɔ Disco government hospital so na yakɔ hwɛ there incubators na wakada wo hia na we needs assessments na yehu de wo hia na yezema ho no ana incubators no we using them kwana order we use na and osiwo de wagada dust and a white elephant until end of the year and next year no so as part of our monitoring project no or program no yebokɔ them hospitals na yakɔ there incubators and was among will use and most the or user into the sender yabaha donation to na oma yebe. And as part of our mandate so we are to monitor and to ensure that what they said they will do as in community social corporate social investment no warrior or your investment because the machine or your incubators hospital I was about my home or bois them from an no we are investing into the communities where these oil companies or the international oil companies or service providers operate from.
Aban krachi penyi a woga Central a woni onunyamfo Mohammed Bashiru Kamara wakasa amemono wahye na dehye a wonmo ablekuma gape ebose womunya krado esanse assembly no aye krado a wonom ebeye adwumaden agina so de ape impuntio ede ama wonom
openyina osi abayana mu woga Central eno onunyamfo Mohammed Bashiru Kamara opanyini yene ade hyete agape na gbawe mpatem hodo madi ahia ampenifo bi nso eka bi womeka ho bi a wonyina no enhyehye ya assembly de egu apono so de babeboa na agape ne gbawe wompuntu 7 titiri no wona kwan afa na ntoma padi efira no odanadi e de kira ade hye no
local plan here planner yes the whole area ya jatum say layout baby a school war baby a hospital war baby a market war baby a SS school down baby a SS amanfo si dan baby a SS amanfo si dan nyina no enne ya beja tumo agape nti aye agape local plan no ye wie ya move motion am obi aja tum so agape local plan is say na eno na ye dey be ejuma so after this local plan obi ko si dan e block road bia ye behwe say ye ba presby church be approve local plan no eno na why no and I said the why the fall outside our local plan then demolition exercise ekoswa eno enyo bia enekum entwi then the major problem agape road yedi hon komo bebre Rose Minister nkasa atu anamo abaha enche yenim se enche nyamidi munti yaye baby bebre te say so to Pumaro so to Heavenly Church so to farm milk yaye ene ukọ so to Agape Road, F 12 plot, Ewo Antioku, Antioku Road, Anya Market to Antioku. All these are happening within a space of 1 year. And the year of Rose Noah, and then Yamincha, the Abedru, Gacentrano, Agape Fonso, and Che, Chefa woman, inshallah, Omusa Ebeka.
Nenuachi Ura Ibrahim Umara. Or your physical planning officer, on Sokasai.
Oh, my catch almost if in their corner, some person will sit down, I'm going to try sell mobile assembly, mobile budget permits, so that now will be sit down, Uncle Sin, a dino on Sio crime view, and also a crime.
Nanocramono, assembly Penifonia, this should be Baby PMO and Shemoya Sibino, UTV Cassia Paul, and you've been so Ekasai.
Agape, a second challenge in sea water. The brain is so fee. Never say, yeah, you won't see no, yeah, be 20%. Yeah, no, so. Or more lorry station, you know, be an issue. Aircock Park, Echo my main crime.
Already, no one say, road and pa, nebisi. It is a horn cacradon in him say, a crime no, I won't be out to one, so me Janus.
The main road is street lighting. And yet, Juma, the Tembian, Sadia San, that's how Carol come on, we are Cababo. And also, this idea, yes, I'm sure my son, a bear, Camiano, a bit me, my son, a bear, a bit me, a chemo.
Rose Grapple and why, and when we go like, see a dynasty, quite as a dynasty, now block it. So, yes, I didn't a quantity and why
because I got Piquana, ya fight ya che. In so far, you never been for free Pentecost Junction, but so to our me and chum. Because we never do, I got paid top one, so next year for baby. And the area challenges now, you're quite.
Don't say, you're quite, and you see a crowd here. If you go with a motorbike crana, which me the emphasis, I say, a cut here off from some of the years into Unam Krokra, Nasa Ufa, Udika Kraba, a hardry.
I was on 4 years to Akasia Bono, so Mammy Benedicta Kesiwa Ado, or ye, upon Dijumania, a choir was a Adasan, Efasu Edidi, Enya Ayarisa. No Juma and Oyo Bonibes or a dietitian. Now, Akasa Memoon, what they are so Ghana for in any say. And it dear mother, yen she did ye, Titru, Adriania, she be brebe, I digu rubber moon, was he and yet, it will my cancer. It will my sichi, and sichi yadia, and a quancron no, and my mujabos or nintino, yen here who see a was I in Yania, she, I digu rubber moon.
Maybe a chum ka common chances of Quaco Adriania, any enfant, say a year bunku, say a year docono, say a year more, any a habai come near that children and the amount any wood dear, and Pampa within him, what children and Pampino now was signed at your habai and Pampa and no feeling you mupa. Then so ne, you are said Danny, Yako de guitar or the robber, any dear Vidia. Bonqua ya bonu fiumpo near the robber and a chicherie. Docono, near chicheno robber man, Sanada Shahabaimu, Nina and Penfochum say a more pomodin per san say, a donaneshi, and no robber Yankita Hudia. Not in Rome, dear Robano, it be a bedroom Muntiudia, a Benyan Susan so bonny a pomodin so, any a pack abbey, aluminium, now what they shall micro with Mui, Tia Ninano, a Timocofa cancer, a brainy Pedriano. Do an enim, do an so enim, and into Utivicas, boy, yet Yahugu Montans will be some man for say aso. Pay so when we are no cotoa, Yanchi Robert Moo and Famomo and Nase, Yafongo Habaimo and Famomo.
That is saying the Diana say it to me, Jai. A pet disposable where no be boom night me a dianugum. Normally say, me can't bankum fear, and it go a ball white one him. And a cramaton was some saying, yeah, I quack no martin, a yentino. Yes, I'm an akayo. Until you feed them the good black white one him. Na a boy no so yesi enye ba any day.
Robber no almost say no na e chemicals aye kunya ntin. E si ye hu kwan ye befa so a e ne banku no se o kana se ne nko ade na betimi adi a na waka. Na wadi. Eno mo be beta chen se ade e ma yare enso na de bia no ana ye eno emwa.
Mi die aduane e ye hye. Be ya me top pack mu ana se robber. Nti se me hwe me hu so ye. Se me njingu robber mana se me gia me hwie afrim.
Addition because a children UTV Cassia Paul, your name are Benedicta Kese Ado, where a registered dietitian Eka Simon so to jar, say in Riane Asia, no quine, she didn't rubber where son say Bitmakofa cancer and as a cocram, aba.
Say kasa yindi aduane a yɛhye no ɛwɔ di nti a yɛkasa yindi aduane a yɛhye esan sɛ to de bia aduane a yɛdi no mboamboa bi ewum nti sɛ aduane na yɛhye a etumi ku mboamboa na na sɛ bre na ho den na ase na emom sɛ wodi aduane a yɛhye egu polythene na na sɛ rubber mu no nsusuaso wɔ ho research bebree akyerɛ sɛ ade bi chemical bi wɔ polythene mu a yɛfa nipa ɔha ɛyɛ nipa 100 na yɛhwɛ wɔn dwonso mu a emu 90 saa chemical no ebi wo mu dwonso nim na hwɛ sɛ plastics na yɛdidi wo mu no ɛha adwen kakra ade a yɛhye egu plastic mu anaasɛ ade a yɛhye egu bottle plastic bottle nti ɛnyɛ rubber na yɛde hwehwɛ aduane ne pɛ yɛtumi nye bi wɔ even spectacles nti ade bi a yɛ plastic a yɛde saa BPA we bi ayɛ mu no yɛtumi nye bi wɔ nipadua mu saa BPA we a yɛka ho asɛm yi yɛfrɛ no bisphenol A na bisphenol A no ɛwɔ nsusuanso bɔne bebree ɛde ma nipadua no etumi ha de yɛfrɛ no sɛ fertility sɛ bia yɛawo mu mba ne mbɛma nyinaa etumi ha ɔbaa wɔdeɛ etumi ha mpo sɛ wafa efuro akwala ne sɛ ne obenyi esi afa etumi increase kwan yɛfa so nya yare bi te sɛ kokram anaasɛ cancer nhwehwɛmu bi so akyerɛ sɛ etumi kra increase sɛ ne obesi afanya diabetes hypertension ɛna akoma yare nti ade a ɛwɔ nsusuanso bɔne ɛde ma nipadua no
yenko kumase eno ewo asante mantemo na enya ne ntie se krobia asante kotokohene otumfo ose etu otosumienu wode amamre ene amane egu akwanso mekowiase wode ohene foforo asi edwaso ewo kotei eno nso ewo kumase no na ben asafo pa ohene ni din ene nanan kansa amonyi
This year, the addition of Mowokote at Yasam de. If it's a America crane, a idea na or hinibia in the crew, na a kunyana beda empine, a fen and penin for a mania mamra, Ceciade, or more at me, enya or hine eukrum, nana and cancer amoye, and as a sia was sai adiatre nura, a santino tune for a say to tosumi, no, a wababe cote hine. Nano, and a emra, a jumediana coso, ewa menshia him fear, ewa comase, ewa santemantemano, a santine utun for a say to two or tosumi, no, edia foot. Edema eye kote hene ene ahemfo maka se wo mo enye eniema ese efata o kire se obeye ohene a woye edema enipa ewo na niema ense emfata ne de woye ohene a so twe hu firim wan twe hu firim a wono de eyade a onsoso eniema bi a ense emfata so asante hene ekireche nsemu sei
ozo aba na ho brase ne hia eno wansesa eno obenya dibre we no wansesa kura empo kura hu se me nana akonwa na wo beta so ti na oso ohunu no ono awu agya ma agya abawo me wutra ye o se tu na satia enti no obese ubeye bibia de ade ebe ye kura wunni kura emom so ma rev free ho na abaye kumasesem epeja ho emma nipa beye na kote hini na rev free ho ene baby agya no ha na kura be na sapam onfantu na chiko enzo medem za tre wo so enti ni so obeye niye onfa ho brase eho basa enzo eye entoboase nanan mo chene kwan ahye ne mu amawatimi aye enti o man mpre no nyame obeye bibia
eno echi youth nsam trefo ene nana nkansa amoaye so etwetwe nkomo ema ono so ekire nsemuse
dia sida kese edi ma miwura kotokohene afefa wa ya ma me metimi nka miwura se me ma onu hu a meto ntam to so me se kote ma nyina se kote abafie mom nyina mom bra mom ka me ho ye nyina ye nchichiri kote na kote enya hye ne na me na na amoaye oti so no na tie no mehwe se dia tita pansam nyina no me siesie ni kama school sam ya mofra no o mo dache maba se mbesun kote na mum enya ahonyade nti na me ba kote se kote ma nyina beta machi
adishia wonum wa ayikuma eno wo sai osu documents ni mu wo mo sre abansa ni de mada ensuo to bia yirifa wo mo enita abanhwe no fa kanto kaso na gata kese no wonya bi mo sre be ensuo to a betumi afemu akokama
de koso wa ni de mitumi ka se tan o
kwan ni nyina free ayukuma krom besin kododoa covet bi ani ho nsu to na free people na say a na ni nyina be ka kwan no ho wu ofie wo right side a utumi nkroso ya friend penifo afrefrefre DCE ya frɛ then when ya frɛ assemblyman ya frɛ any nadmo omusi omu ba o de bia o de ba de bia nadmo for say omu ba senior problem niti saa neti iso to kakra utumi mpie utumi kɔ bia gise wo ka fie eti yesre se omu behwe na omu nye gise omu ye gwata free ayukuma krom nyina kododoa asa ye ayewo right hand side no ye hu beto ye
aha no ayukuma baby aye gina sese anu in between Mercy Oil any village bi aye friend no pupe ene agina sese anu ba de akoso sese anu de ewo fiti ayukuma ekododoa Dangwe West District asem ne ye kan sese into a eto no high empa ewo area mu ha nso no eto se ana asane afi pupo na se na abagina kwan no ho ewo ha nti ama ya ye wo pupo na se no ye nya ahotokra ye ntimi entwa enkomma ye kwala entimi nko school esan ateche nti omutimi nko.
As I came here about 2 months now, and water have been the main challenge facing us here. So anytime it rains, always there's water. Water will come and then take almost even take some of the fishes away. So what we have to say is that we are pleading on the government so that if they can come and construct if they can come and construct a gutter for us, so that when anytime it rains, the water can run through, so that the place will be free for us. And we have also realized that anytime it rains, water will come. Children who are to go to school cannot find their way to school. So we are pleading on the government that if they can come and then construct a road for us, and then a bridge, as you can see, if they can construct a road, a gutter for the water to run through, so that anytime it rains, the water can be able to run through.
So to amani hu ahu hani minti obi antimi ko na afu nu kra mu du baby hu banchi aye nyina asai papa nyi nam wa ha nsuo tumi yira na afa nam no nyina na asa ko nsuo nu nti se mo ba ha nyame yadno ma ba ha na mo de mu na mu kan be on bati na mu kan chempenfo no hwe mai mpenfo bi ba ko ma ntuma ma hwe won bo di wani behwe no mu ko wo behwe a no mu ko behwe a no mu ko eni se ne ye wa duma be pro ha ya samu na mu kan chempenfo na won behwe mai anya sa amane de hu bi wa pa na so animu ye be ka kire boka wo kan ye ka kire mframa onyame beti nti ye ka kire amusu a mutu ba mpenfo ate.
Agudie mu nsɛm ɛna ɛduru so yɛtwe ho abasisia.